It is now my pleasure to welcome Teresa Chico, selected as the Class of 2022 Senior Speaker.
Hello, everyone, and congratulations to the class of 2022. Look at us, we made it. Some of us are releasing a huge sigh of relief thinking, finally, and others of us are wondering where the time has gone. And then there are those of us, like me, who are split in between the two feelings. Part of me feels like just yesterday it was move-in day. We were all running around, excited and nervous for what the next 4 years would bring. My family beat me to Parker and had half my room unpacked by the time I walked in. A few days later, they sent us off to the middle of nowhere for ASOP trips. If you were on my trip, you know the bugs, the forest, the camping, and the canoeing brought out the most sarcastic and difficult parts of me, a true city girl. Sorry about that. But 5 straight meals of peanut butter jelly tortilla sandwiches would do that to a person. The next 4 years felt equally as slow as they did fast. Class, commons, work, and repeat. The sleepless nights completing assignments you probably should have started days before. The days before where you spent way too long in commons with your friends. The laughter, the tears. Then March 2020 when COVID sent us home, and we had to focus on school while the whole world was struggling through the unknown. Then the following year, we lived amongst each other while supporting one another through the fear of not knowing where COVID would take us next. All the while, there were the intrusive thoughts that maybe we would never make it to this day. But here we are. Throughout my time at Bates, I became kind of a plant person. I have a pretty cute collection of plants, and they range in size, but most of them are small. And to be honest, some of them have passed away because I'm still more at the stage where I think I have a green thumb, but I'm not quite at the point where I can really take care of plants all that well. But anyways, I have these 2 plants. One of them is the pothos plant. It's a member of the philodendron family, and it grows fairly quickly. It's one of those beautiful indoor plants that grows really long and hangs off the sides of things. It's also one of the hardest plants to kill. You can overwater it, underwater it, put it in a place that doesn't really get that much light, and it would still manage to grow and make you feel like you should become the director of botanical gardens. It basically takes care of itself. I have this other plant, the Chinese money plant, and it is so dramatic. If I leave it in the sun for too long, it gets burn spots on the leaves. If I leave it out of the sun, the leaves droop down and they look all sad. There's only so many places you can try moving your plant in a college dorm room. I water it and it acts happy for like an hour, and then I'll come back from class and it looks like it lost 1,000 little leaves. It's mostly frustrating because I found this plant on one of the websites that's like top 10 easiest indoor plants to take care of. And for a long time, this was my least favorite plant. I thought about getting rid of it, giving it away to someone who was actually good at taking care of plants. But then one day, I looked at this super dramatic, difficult plant, and I thought, wow, that's the plant that reflects me the most. And it's not just because I'm super dramatic. See, for a while, I thought I was most like the pothos plant. College is hard enough for everyone. Like so many first-generation students and people of color, I put this insurmountable amount of pressure on myself, and I thought I owed it to my family and everyone around me to be perfect. To be the perfect student and prove to myself and everyone else that I belong at a place like Bates. I came to Bates thinking I would major in biology and become a doctor, a story that my family was proud to share with the rest of our family. Long story short, beyond the 18 seasons of Grey's Anatomy that I've seen, I had no interest in becoming a doctor. But I thought, just like the pothos plant, it wouldn't matter in the end. I would still be able to grow and become successful from that journey. I was really closed off, and I had this crazy standard for myself that was really stressful and overwhelming. But like the pothos plant, I thought I would just take care of myself for these next 4 years. I was lucky to be here, and I would make the most of it. No water or sunlight required. I took Professor Nero's course, White Redemption, cross-listed in Africana and Rhetoric, Film, and Screen Studies, my second semester of freshman year, and I immediately knew that I found my majors. And going from telling my family that I would be a doctor to I'm studying movies and I have no idea what I'm going to do with that was probably the scariest thing I've ever done. And even if they didn't quite understand my major, they were as supportive as they knew how to be. But the next 3 years were full of unplanting these seeds of doubt in my head and letting people in. I had to learn to believe in myself, but I also had to learn that it was okay to ask for help. Like the Chinese money plant, I had days where I was drooping, feeling defeated. But it was on those hard days that my professors watered me with their knowledge and support. They reminded me through their encouragement and belief in me that I should believe in myself. And my wonderful and amazing friends and family who provided me with enough sunshine to last a lifetime through their kindness and the joy that they give. These people made me finally realize that I'm not just lucky to be at Bates. I belong here. We all grew during these last 4 years. It's almost impossible to go through an experience like this and leave the other side completely unfazed. In the next chapters of our lives, we will continue to grow and change. But it's crucial for us to remember that people are not meant to be like pothos plants. Be gentle with yourself. Take the time to water yourself and figure out what it is you need to feel like the best version of you. Don't be afraid to let other people grab the watering can when you're burnt out and you need help. Growth is not a linear journey, and it's definitely a challenge. Each and every one of us here today has had a different path to growth throughout their time here, and you will continue on that special path following your time at Bates. I'm wishing you all the best of luck in your next chapters. To all my fellow BIPOC students who are graduating today, please remember that you belong here just as much as anyone else, and keep believing in yourself wherever you may go. As a film major, it would be remiss of me not to leave you all with a quote from the lovely Shonda Rhimes. I am not lucky. You know what I am? I am smart, I am talented, I take advantage of the opportunities that come my way, and I work really, really hard. Don't call me lucky. Call me a badass. Thank you.